Welcome to Scott Cooks. Today I'll be making you guys fried apples and pork chops in the Ninja Foodi. Let's get started. Alright, we're going to start this with 2 tablespoons of real butter. No margarine, real butter. This is Land O'Lakes extra creamy. Fantastic butter. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 medium-sized red apples. These come right off the tree about 2 weeks ago. Been stored in the fridge. Good and crisp. We're going to peel these. While we're peeling, we're going to go ahead and put the Foodi on sear saute. Going to go with a low medium. Go ahead and hit start. I'm just going to melt that butter, start to warm things up. Let's go ahead and peel some apples. All right, I've only got 6 apples, so I'm not going to fool with the apple peeler core thing. Just going to use my Cutco peeler, and I'm just going to do it by hand and just kind of do a little of this and just peel them right up. It's okay if a tiny little bit of skin gets stuck to them. I'm not going to sweat that. Oh, these are so juicy. Juice coming all over the place. I love real fresh apples, and here in Virginia we are fortunate to have an apple season, which just ended a while back, and we do make full use of it. We go up to the orchards, we make apple butter, apple sauce, apple pie, apple everything, and this is one of our favorite dishes. And a lot of other areas in the country don't do this because they just don't have a supply of apples, but we're going to do fried apples tonight. You're going to love it. All right, guys, I'm going to peel up the rest of these real quick, and then I'll show you how I'll cut them up. Now, if you're going to have a little bit of time between when you peel them and get them into your Foodi, you can spritz them or just rub them down with your hand with a tiny little bit of lemon juice. That'll stop the browning. Honestly, if they turn a little brown before you get them in, it's not going to matter. Seriously, because we're going to put cinnamon and nutmeg and stuff on them, brown sugar. So, but if you're peeling them way ahead of time and you want to stop that dark browning on them, just put a little lemon juice on them. But very little, guys. You don't want this to taste like lemon. There you have it. All right, we're going to cut these and we're going to go straight into the Foodi with them. See the first one I did? Darker than the rest. Already turning. What I like to do is cut them in slices like this and just working myself towards the core. And you'll know when you're there. If you do get some of the core, just trim that back out. So I got a little piece there. And I'm going to save that apple, but I don't want to eat that. So that's pretty good right there. Pull that skin off. All right, one down, and we are going to go straight into the Foodi with those. We're not going to mess with the temperature yet. We get them all in there first, and then we're going to crank it up. This is fried apples, not sauteed apples. So we're going to cook them. We're going to get some brown sugar. We're going to get cinnamon. We're going to put nutmeg on it. And we're going to attempt to caramelize on this. That's the goal here. We want these caramelized. That's why we use butter. Keep going. All right, for this next step, I do not measure. I never measure, because every time I make this, I'm using a different amount of apples, et cetera, et cetera. And what I got here is some light brown sugar, and I'm just crumbling it up in my hand. It's a little hard because I've had it stored in the pantry, but it'll work just fine. So if I had to guess, that's about 2 tablespoons. And this will all break down and melt, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, this is cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Sorry, here you go. Again, I'm not going to measure. So let's just say to taste. And if I had to guess, 2 teaspoons maybe. So far, I might add more. I'm going with the nutmeg. I love nutmeg. Oh man, that smells so good. Nutmeg is kind of strong. I got probably a teaspoon in there. Didn't measure it. Let's go ahead and fry these things up. We're on sear saute low, so what we're going to do is crank it on up now. Go to medium high. Medium high should be enough. I've tried some stuff before on high, and Foodi gets really, really, really hot, guys. We might go to high, but we're going to start with medium high. And time depends on your quality of your apples, how many apples you're putting in here, and what you're looking for at the end. So I'm not going to give you a time, but I will tell you how long it takes me. It's currently 6:30 p.m. I'll tell you how long it takes when this is finished. All right, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. I haven't touched the thing. That's exactly where I left off. And I'm going to take a wooden spoon and just very gently run these around. All I'm trying to do is get that butter coated all over everything. And I can tell you right now, medium high is a perfect temperature. And if I shut up for a second, you can hear it. Oh yeah, you can even see it right there. That is a perfect temperature for fried apples. So just breaking up some of that brown sugar right there, just get that melted down. That was the end of a package. Had it in the pantry in a Tupperware. Got a little hard on me, but it ain't nothing that can't be used. There it is, she's breaking down now. Just had to get a little heat on it. But I think it's time for another pack of brown sugar. What do you think? All right, in order to get these to crisp up and caramelize, what we want to do is level them out, push them down a little bit onto the heat, and let them sit. Just let them sit. Let's talk about these pork chops. These are pre-seasoned garlic. What does it say on here? Garlic and herb pork chops. So these are cut real thin. Let me show you. There you go. Cut real thin. And as you can probably see, hard as a rock. Took them out of the freezer. So when the apples come out, we're going to move those over to a bowl. We're going to put a little bit of water in the pot. Don't need to clean it. And throw our basket in, and we're going to pressure cook these. And then maybe hit them with a little air crisp at the end. It won't take 10 minutes to pressure cook these to ready. All right, I know it's hard to just walk away from something cooking, but I have walked away for 10 minutes on these. And that's why. See that caramelization down there? Even some on the spoon. That is what I'm looking for. Right there it is. See that right there? That is what I walked away for. And we are very close now. Stir these up. We'll level them out. Oh, and you may have also noticed there appears to be a less in there than when I started. Well, that's why I started with 6 apples. When these so-called, air quotes, cook down, this is exactly what happens. You know, we're cooking the moisture out of them, so decreasing the volume. Man, my house smells good right now. Let me tell you what. This is the best air freshener you could ever have. Just cook apples in your Foodi all day. All right. Turn the Foodi off. Some kind of a scooper. Scoop these beautiful apples out of here. That is fried apples. Another way I do it, not Foodi related. You want to go super old fashioned. Cast iron pan, but we're not going to do that right now. But cast iron pan is another great way to go. All right, guys, let's get these chops going and we'll have some dinner. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting hungry. All right, I'm not going to bother cleaning that. I'm just going to do some pressure cooking. I'm going to throw a cup of water in it. Cup of water. Basket. Why am I using the basket? Because I might want to air crisp these after I pressure them, and this way they'll already be in the basket. Are these thawed enough to separate? If they are, I'm going to separate them. Yeah, I had them in the fridge about half a day. But you know what? If I could not separate these, wouldn't make no difference. I'd have just chucked them in just like that. All right, let me get cleaned up, get the pressure lid on. Lid on, turn it all the way to the left, put it on seal. Power up, pressure on, defaults to high. I'm gonna set it to 10, let it rock, and I'm gonna do a 10-minute natural. So we're gonna be under pressure for 20 minutes, and I might give it just a couple minute crisp. We'll see how they come out. They're pretty thin. Might not need the crisping. All right, we're gonna go ahead and release the pressure. Use something other than my hand. That sure does smell good. All right, what we're doing is waiting on that little button right there to drop down. Should be just a couple seconds. I'll leave the camera rolling so you can see it. In case you're just getting one of these for Christmas or something. You know what to look for. Don't ever touch that lid until that button does that. Now it's safe. Let's go ahead and open her up. There's going to be a little moisture in the lid. Just give it a little rock. If your sink is nearby, you can flip this over and run for the sink. I'm going to set mine right down on my stove top here. Let's take a look. I can already tell you they're ready. Oh, they look great. All right, fork handy here. Let's flip a couple over. They're ready. I don't want to dry these out. I think I'm going to skip the air crisp. I'm going to cut into one, see what we're doing here. What I'll do is just take one, the thicker one. It's probably the thickest one of the bunch. Oh yeah. She's ready, guys. Well, there you have it. Pork chops, fried apples, all cooked in the Ninja Foodi. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Leave me some comments. Click the like button for me. Also click the bell for notifications. Leave me some comments. Don't forget to check the description for some important information, including the links to our Patreon channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys cook this for yourself and your foodie.